Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Kenny Pickett. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
The first of two here on Christmas Eve. The Bengals and Steelers underway on this Saturday. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his fourth season now out of LSU.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 5 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Here we go.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Now it's Burrow. And that one too wide and incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. You look at this Steeler defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Let's go.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball on both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Austin.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
He now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
Well, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
The Steelers in 10-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Here's Pickett. Open run, there's Darnell Washington.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Pickett back to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And that is
sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And Pickett going to move his guys around.
Second and 5. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
In motion right is a running back.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Josh Jacobs, touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
42.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down.
And we'll go underneath here to Evans.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath. Hit him with...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11, Thomas.
They'll try and run for this with Evans.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown!
George Pickens,
71 yards.
and the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Bengals getting set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow on play action.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Now Pickett looking to change things up.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
These 2 teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. hand. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett, 36 yards. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here we go.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Evans.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Joseph Osai there on the stop.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Credit that to the former Texas Longhorn, Joseph Osai, who got in there.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll look to throw. They've got his man complete. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Option on the left side. Pickett's going to keep it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
3rd and 2, Pickett. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw, Pickett.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Higgins over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Stop.
Now Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
On a screen, this is Evans.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Stop.
And Burrow going to throw again. He gets this one to Boyd. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 2.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1, ready?
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Throwing again, it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. A short one there to Fryermuth.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Jacobs going to try the middle.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Pickett changing the play.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He's got his tight end Fryermuth right side.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now they'll change things up.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Pickett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Pickett back to throw.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Fryermuth.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Evans.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out. Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First down. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards down to the 13.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
11 MT, take. Stop.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
From 13 yards out.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
And now out come the Steelers.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
First throw now for the backup, Trubisky. Completes it to Austin. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. And they run with Harris off the option.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Trubisky.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2.
Harris running straight ahead, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down, they haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go play action. Trubisky.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They hand this off to Harris. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. 1st and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers.
At their own 22. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris.
And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw.
Setting up the screen, Harris. Into space at the 45.
And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Here we go, Jack.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Complete to Washington. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he's got his big tight end here. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in the yard. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Trubisky will throw. Complete to Austin here over the middle. On the final drive, this is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the give, this is Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Trubisky. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now it's Trubisky. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. DJ Reader. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. After the sack, here's second and 11. Throwing here, Trubisky. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Boswell's kick is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Gun.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Short throw to Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second down.
Here's Burrow.
After 29 yards.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
To throw, Browning. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Had a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Browning. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll run this with Boykin. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a first down, and they got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Steelers, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.